A very good morning, my dear students. How are you all? Hope that you all are good. Okay, so let's start today's computer class. Okay, first of all, let's recall whatever we have learned in our previous class. In previous class, we just started chapter 1, parts of a computer, in which I explained you that what is a computer. Again, I'm repeating, a computer, it is an electronic machine which is used for doing different kinds of work. Okay, like using computer we can type letters, we can draw pictures, we can listen music, we can store information, we can solve sums, and there are so many things that we can do using a computer. Computer has make our work very easy. Okay, using a computer we can do our work very fast. Okay, and in this figure number 1 you all can see I have explained you about all these fields where we can use our computer system. Okay, so like we can use in defense, in airports, for animated movies, in banks or in hospitals, offices, space research, and for designing computers are used. Computer have make all these works very easy. Like for example, I'm taking example of animated movies. So using computer, 3D animated movies are created which looks like real things. Like you all have seen the Lion King movie, which is an animated movie, 3D animated movie. Okay, so using computer system, it's all possible. In banks you can see computers are used, and in our schools also. Okay, now let's come to the next part, functions of a computer system. See, wherever we use computer, these 4 functions are performed. First is input, second is processing, third output, and fourth is storage. Okay, so first I'll explain you about these 4. What is input? See, computer is a machine. Okay, it doesn't work itself. It needs instructions from the user. User means the person who is using the computer system. Okay, so it needs instructions from the user according to which it works. Okay, like suppose whenever if you want to make any sum, okay, if you want to find the sum of given numbers, so first you will enter the numbers. So those numbers are called input. Okay, input is the data that we enter in computer, data and instructions that we gives to the computer. And processing, what is processing? After accepting data from the user, the computer system works according to the given instruction. Okay, and then output. After processing, it gives us output. Like suppose you have entered 3 plus 5. So in the input part you are entering numbers 3 and 5, and you are giving instruction to add the numbers, and after that in processing part system will calculate the sum of 3 plus 5. Okay, and as a output it will give you the final result. Okay, and then next is storage. So what is storage means the computer system can store the information according to our need. Like in previous class also I have shown you that we have make pictures in MS Paint. Okay, and we worked on MS Word also, and we have saved our files. Like, right, whatever work we have done, if we want to, we can save our work in computer for future. Okay, a computer system has a very large memory. It can store huge amount of information. Okay, now let's come to the next page, which is about how does a computer system works. Okay, so as these 4 functions I explained you, computer system works on IPO cycle. IPO cycle means input, process, and output cycle. Okay, first input, I have explained you. Input, the data and instructions which we enter using a keyboard or a mouse into a computer is called input. Okay, we can enter numbers, words, pictures, or sound as an input. So any kind of data which you are entering using a keyboard, or any kind of instruction which you are giving using mouse, means you are clicking, double clicking, right clicking, or you are dragging anything, or you are clicking on any particular button for adding, multiplication, or anything. So these all are called the instructions. Okay, and whatever you enter, like whatever data you enter, it called as input. Okay, means data plus instructions are called input. Next is processing. After entering data and instructions in a computer, the CPU works on the input to give us a meaningful information. This is called processing. So as you complete entering data and instruction, after that a computer system process on your data. As previously I explained you that if you want to add two numbers, so first you will enter two numbers and you will give instructions to add those numbers, and in the processing part the CPU will calculate the sum in processing part. Okay, I hope you all remember what is CPU. CPU is called the brain of computer system, and it stands for central processing unit. Okay, and all the calculations are done inside the CPU with the help of ALU. Okay, ALU is arithmetic logical unit which perform all the arithmetic and logical calculations. Okay, so in the processing part, computer system works on our data and gives us a meaningful information. And last is output. The meaningful information that we get after processing is called the output. So output is the final result that we get after processing. Okay, and combinedly this working process of computer is called the IPO cycle. This input process output cycle can also be understood with the help of these given example. First example I have explained you with the help like entering some numbers as input and instruction plus symbol works as an instruction. In the processing part, computer will calculate the sum of all these numbers, and as output it will give you the final result. Okay, another example. On the basis of total marks obtained, the teacher calculates the percentage of a student and find its position in the class. Likewise, we also perform various tasks by following IPO cycle. Input output cycle means in our real lives also we follow the same process. For doing any task, first we give input and then process happens, and at the last we get the result. For example, if the teacher wants to calculate the percentage of particular student, so first of all the teacher have to enter the marks, then they have to find the total, and then they have to calculate the percentage. At last they will come to know about the ranks of student. Okay, in our real life example of making tea, like suppose if you are you have seen your mother making tea or making milk for you, so we can understand this process with the help of IPO cycle. Okay, so in the process of making tea, how we can understand the IPO cycle? First let's talk about input. So whenever we want to make the tea, so first what we will do, we will collect the ingredients like water, tea leaves, milk and sugar. Okay, so these all are the inputs. Then in the processing part what will happen, we will boil the water and tea leaf, milk and sugar. This is the processing part, means where you keep the pan on the gas or stove. Okay, and the process of the tea on the gas is the processing part, and the prepared tea in a cup is the final result or output that we get after processing. Okay, I hope now it's clear to you. Okay, so that's all for today. In the next class I will explain you about some more functions and features of computer. Okay, take care of yourselves. See you all in the next class. Bye bye.